How about that? How about that? How about that? Everything we talk about, ill intent, violence, physicality, execution, the will to win.
Pressure on Detroit.
Just win, baby.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Hello, everybody. Rafa in the building, and welcome to another episode of Straight Outta Nation. 100% Raiders, no Chargers, no Chiefs, no Broncos, just Raiders, baby. And right now, we had a special guest right now because this is Sunday, because this is Black Sunday. And when it comes to football season, where the Raiders are going to play, oh, here it comes for the Raiders. Between the defense is coming at hard right now because we can talk it about for like the quarterback situation, the defense, and of course the impact of the culture. So right now, this is gonna be so excited. So we have a special guest right now. So you might notice because this amazing content creator is part of the Raider Syndicate along with Protect the Shield, Turf, and Cheeto Liner. So ladies and gentlemen, please give it all a round of applause with the one and only the Raider Rundown. So how's it going, Raider Rundown? Welcome to Straight Outta Nation.
Man, I appreciate the intro, my guy, man. First time on the show, seen some of my other people on here, man. So I'm blessed to be on here, man. I appreciate you inviting me on this mug, man. Can't wait to talk some Raider football with the guy, man. Guaranteed.
Oh, yes. We just got on this comments right now. We got My Two Cents. We got Daniel Berry in the building, Raiders Rebel, Huey P. Also, we just got Sean in the building. So I'm very excited right now because all for the Raiders defense is coming at hot right now. Because after what you saw for the training camp for Antonio Pierce's leadership, I mean, that defense is building out right now. Because after what you saw for drafting picks like Jackson Powers Johnson, Brock Bowers, also there is Dylan Love, Tommy Eichenberg. I mean, this defense around this year, about for the season, is going to feel the vibe. It's going to feel the right. Because right now, there's no excuses at all. There is no bullshit. Just getting back to work right now. And let's just keep our defense right now, keep it at the 100%. Because during for the training camp, I mean, they have a confident secondary, dominates as quarterback, but struggles continue. And I know that it just demonstrated how strong the defense is, now how bad a situation of the quarterback it is, because it is a training camp without pads and the old line can put in the head of defense line, because not to indicate how the offense will perform. But we have come a long way because we just got it like at that level. We're just getting started for the same way and led, and we know the other person because it's very impressive to see how these young talent to see how they're learning and great to improve like the football IQ, and it's feel like it will make like the offense better because after what you saw for like last season disaster with Josh McDaniels and of course with Bor Heidegree, I mean the offensive coordinator Luke Getzey doesn't know how to use two tight ends, but right now we just see like how to improve it. But I'll very consider the how really good not only for the defense but also for the safeties, and I believe that Paul Amao could be like the starter just anywhere from the league, and he was gonna be worried about for the behind two guys and get like to solidify the whole secondary. So, how very impressive about for the defense for the Raiders because after a long time, right now we have a star defense with the elite quality.
Yep. Yep. I think this year there should be no excuse why this defense isn't the top 10 defense. All the pieces are there. The coach is in place. There's consistency for I don't know how long. Like for the longest, we haven't had that one word, right? Consistency. And finally, you get the same coaches, get the same players, get the same scheme, get the same, rhetoric taught to you. So now I'm expecting players that have been in this scheme to not only do what they did last year, but improve upon that, right? Like guys like Malcolm Coons, guys like Trayvon Merrick, guys like Nate Hobbs. These are guys that I'm not, me personally, last year's performance now is not good enough for dudes of that nature now in that group. Why? Because we're now expecting, if we're talking about contract years now we're expecting them to take a leap up, right? And now prove that they are one of the best at their positions because that's where we're going to be paying them as. So I expect them to do that. But like you said, the young talent, right? Like the young talent's coming in here and starting to make some noise, right? Like I'm hearing some things about the Cameron Richardson over there. I get in arguments with Chris and Leo on our show about Ja'Cory Bennett all the time, but he's making plays, so I give it up when it's due, right? Like he's making his plays. Of course, I hear about Epps and the safeties. Right now, I think it's kind of normal every time we come in training camp in football, especially like when at the beginning of the year, it's normal for the defense to always kind of have a leg up on the offense. They're moving a little faster in pace, so that's not nothing that's concerning me. But just seeing the speed and the energy in which they flying around with that they playing with, and you can feel it. We're not even at practice, but you can feel it through the clips by the way people are talking.
Exactly.
So, through there, I think it's going to be a real special year, man. I still think there are some things that need to happen in order for us to be a top 5 defense, but I definitely think all the pieces are there for us to be a top 10 defense, no doubt.
I mean, that's really incredible. I mean, I was really all these years because our offense get torching in defense in training the camp that produced stars like Keelan Doss and Marcel Atiman. Now we're gonna jump into the regular season in which indicated that should be laid out because it wasn't like an offensive powerhouse, but I'm very confident that we had great talent, great attitude, and I'm very confident at 100% because not only for the Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connor situation, why is going to be there because they're going to show up how to be tough at the league and less. I can't say anything about the other two, but maybe they should learn from the ball. I mean, Antonio Pierce is like they have something big on learning and improving and adapting because it's all about for discipline, mentality, leadership. Because in some years they have some good moments, but also they have some bad moments. But at this point right now, I mean, it's gonna be like a taking for another level. I'm very optimistic about for those chances about for like 10 or 11 wins. It's gonna be really tough because right now we see a lot of competition along for the Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, also there's Denver Broncos. But I will do expect almost for all of these games to be hard fought because remember the last time we just saw Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Chargers, an historical moment. We just beat Chargers ass. And right now, the first week is going to be Los Angeles Chargers versus Las Vegas Raiders. And then for another week, is going to be between Baltimore Ravens, which we had to fight a lot because right now, not only they just got an incredible defense, but also they just got a quarterback called Lamar Jackson. I mean, when the defense win championship, I mean, it's not gonna be turnovers, and with a decent quarterback will be sufficient because it really does have to get anything because this is like iron sharpens iron. This is gonna be better going off of the being for the bottom tier offense in the training camp of the practice, but I'm very feeling about confident because this is how well the defense is gonna be like at the top 500 this year, and I still believe that the offense will be good because not only would we like the third year in the defensive playback in place, but as we just got the offensive scheme of Patrick Graham. But the defense has more roster continuity, but also they try to integrate a new offense above the new scheme.
True, true, and 100%. I touch on what you just said. Another thing, a new offense is being integrated in. So, we kind of understand why the offense sometimes, some days look a little lackluster. But to touch on the offense, I kind of agree, man. I'm starting to think and be in the mindset that this offense is going to surprise some people. I don't think it's going to be top 5 offense, top 10 offense, but I think it's going to be good enough where sometimes it may kind of pick up the slack of the defense in some games. Because let's be honest, bro, like, as much as I rave and we rave about the defense, it's football. There's going to be some weeks where the defense don't play all that well. You know what I mean? Like, and you can kind of expect that. What that looks like, we don't know. But at the end of the day, the question about this team is the weeks and days that the defense is not playing all that well, can the offense be able to just pick up a little bit of the slack, however that looks? You know what I mean? So I think the offense will be able to do that with all the weaponry, and as long as we're not turning the ball over. And this is why I continue to say in training camp, the quarterback battle is going to come down to turnovers. It is. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to win or lose us games from that quarterback position. Turnovers. If the quarterback is turning the ball over like we saw last year, this offense is not that good enough to overcome 2 turnovers or something in the game. It's not. But if the quarterback is taking care of the ball, as we saw in the last 8 weeks of the season, there's always a chance with this type of defense, right? Now, I don't think this offense is going to be as bad as last year where we can't even muster up 3 measly points, right? But at the end of the day, I think that we're going to go ahead and at least be able to average that 20. I think we'll be able to average that 20, win a lot of games like that as well, because that's really all it's going to take from this team in certain games to win games. You know what I mean? Like they talk about the Jets team. The Jets, they say, oh, Aaron just got to score 17 points and they win a game. Why can't they be us? You know what I mean? Why can't they be us? So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And talking about for the quarterback situation, let's move on to another topic, which is the situation of the quarterback between Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connor, who should be the starter of the season. Because why the people are down about Aiden O'Connor? I mean, that guy was like a 4-round pick who in reality should have been the 3rd string last season, but it just came in and gradually improved enough to help the Raiders win 8 games. But if he continued to improve a lot more, what the hell looking at the replace it? I mean, give like a guy a chance because I like Aiden O'Connor and I believe that he came like pretty unwinnable situation. But I don't necessarily that he will improve out of the season. He just went along through it like the last 3 games were Kansas City Chiefs, Indianapolis, Denver. He played well against Denver, but it was pretty terrible against Indian, and that was like kind of doubtful, but against Kansas City Chiefs. But also we just won on Christmas Day. I mean, few quarterbacks could betray out the situation where it's put into. I mean, hopefully, at a whole full off season can make like a slot better because I know he was average, but obviously they're gonna pull it out for him. If he doesn't get it up like a hot start about for the season, he's probably done. Because right now,
Yeah.
Minshew can lace at a game management and the defense holds enough until a franchise quarterback can be found. But it makes me wonder why did it take a look at a flyer about out to the Tennessee? I mean, this upcoming was gonna be like realistic, but there's so many teams wishing off for the guys of the last class. I know there's gonna be like a bumpy ride for a couple of years, because I'm completely is gonna be really expected because that was like a really reach and know about it. But given how important about for the quarterback position, especially amongst for the rules that are for the defense, I mean, Aiden O'Connor showed a lot of promise last year, and I think he needs like a fair shot, at least in the first 10 games about for this year. but he show up to the little no improvement about this year. They're gonna bring the mention and he show up, lights up when it comes to trade some veteran. I know the Minshew has the good backup during for all of the season, but I see that the best option right now. I mean, if gonna take it, you can take it like it's a very risk it at all because there's absolutely taking like a great chance because you need something to prove it has show an ability to win games and be a good leader.
Right, right. And honestly, man, my man Turf done rubbed off on me, man. He didn't got in my head. I'm on the Aiden O'Connell train, man. I'm on the ALC train. I mean, there's a number of reasons though. Number one, I think his biggest strength really bodes well in helping our weaponry. You know what I mean? Like his biggest strength is accuracy. And that kind of complements Devontae's playing style greatly. You know what I mean? He needs an accurate quarterback in order to play the way we're accustomed to seeing him playing. You know what I mean? He gets covered differently than a lot of receivers. So at the end of the day, you got to have some accuracy to fit into some windows that are presented to you when you throw in Devontae Adams. So I think his skill set matches with Jacoby and everybody else. So it's the best, you know, in order with all these weaponry. You really just need a point guard, right? Somebody who can distribute accurately to your weaponry, and he's that. Another reason, he's young. He's young and cheap. You know what I mean? So realistically, he is the best option for the Raiders long term. If you really, really think about it, long term, he's the best option because there's not much money. Look how much Tua just got paid. Look how much Trevor Lawrence just got paid. We don't have to do all that right now. You know what I mean? And in order for that is perfect right now. That's why we're able to get all these players, be able to get all this weaponry. That's because he's cheap. So that's another good reason. Last but not least, you know, if he starts and say it does not go well, it makes more sense to go from him to Gardner. At least you go from him to Gardner. You're like, Gardner might be able to right the ship a little. You know what I mean? Like a tad, but not too much. But going from Gardner to him, you know, it's kind of it's uglier in my opinion. You lose the training camp battle, and now we're sitting here having to go to you right there. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me the other way around, but that's just me. But the other reasons I detail more strongly, that's why I feel like that Aiden O'Connell is probably the best option going forward for the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean exactly. I mean I really love about for the point right now. So let's just see for about the comments right now. I just see the protect the shield right now. So I just
What's
saw
going
the
on?
comments right now. Yep. I just see for the comment for Tony Shepard to say facts run down and want to see us play clean like we finished the season. Number one in penalties. Also, my
100,
two cents to say if all
man.
goals are currently, Raiders have potential to score with a stop capable of stops and turnovers. I'm excited. There you go. Also,
Yes,
Chris for
sir.
Raiders to say offense will always start slow at the
It's a
start.
game,
And
man.
I
We already know
agree.
how it go. You know how
I
it go.
agree. Also, there's another comment to say, I cool with whoever starts, we'll have a good backup. Also, there's Raiders were able to say, Fats, not to mention, we have all these guys' contracts coming up. If Aiden O'Connor is that man of the rookie deal, we can afford to pay a lot of more to them. I mean,
100%.
yeah,
100%.
I mean, in terms for like the trade, because right now it seems that all for the situation for the Aiden O'Connor situation for the contract. I mean, after what you saw for the first year as a rookie, he showed up like a little bit nervous. But I think this is gonna be like the opportunity to see how we're gonna improve after the second year. And we're
Yeah.
getting ready right now because they've been there for a lot of things over for the last season. And I think that Aiden O'Connor should be the answer. Because after what you saw for like the disaster of Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, Aiden O'Connor should be like a great answer to put the defense first, and of course to put in like a lot of discipline, leadership, and mentality, whether it comes to 3-4, and of course because all over for the last couple of games we just lost it over for the third and fourth quarter. We need to prove them wrong because we need
Yep.
to improve a lot of more. Getting ready, getting loaded, and getting a lot of bolder.
100%, man. Looking at all these guys, I mean, Rebel points it out, you know, perfectly that we have a lot of guys that are coming up on contract, you know, so we have to go ahead and try to pay that. If he's that guy, we can do that. It's easier to do that. But either way it goes, in my opinion, just even looking out to the future, Raiders gonna be in a contract friendly situation regardless. Because if it don't work out this year, you bet your ass they better be drafting a quarterback next year. So regardless of it, it's gonna be some rookie deals in here. Where however it goes, you would like Aiden O'Connell to be the guy, but if he's not, you might as well go the route of drafting one, and we still in that position of saving money anyway. You know, so it doesn't make sense to try to sign some guy on a huge contract deal that don't make no sense for this team at all. Gotta continue, but yeah, I think we close, man. One day at a time, man. One day at a time. We're gonna see who wins that job. Sure enough.
Yeah, that's exactly. Also, there's Tony Sheffer to say, all good here. Hope things are going well. Let other teams play quarterbacks 50, 60 millions. And I agree with that. You say, what are the time, Tony? But right now, it is the great opportunity to see how the defense is going to be so much better. Because right now, after what you see, look at the great moments and bad moments. Because I think this year, along with the quarterback situation, we can expect a lot of things better right now. And right now, we just have another topic to talk about for the Straight Outta Nation, which is the episode, because right now we can talk about for the cultural impact. I know there's a lot of things we can show it about for talking about because all the media talking about bullshit around us. Because here's one thing about it, because the media are definitely wrong. Because we have something in group of content creators, we provide great takes, great news about for the Raiders. Because this is about a traditional generation that we had to throw about it. Because if the media talks it about the bullshit about for the Raiders and blah blah blah, this and that and that, because I understand, because we've been through a lot of this one. So everybody can call it, oh, the Raiders are gonna be soft, they're gonna be eliminated for the playoffs, but thinking very well. And I'm telling you, you can watch your mouth right now, but I just wanted to tell you, the Raiders are coming in hot, and I'm not gonna lie about it, because after which you see a lot of disaster with it's come for the 2022-2023 season, I think this is opportunity to see how the people are true, prove them wrong. Because right now it is time to no excuses, no bullshit, just training, and of course, make the Raiders great again, make football violent again, because it depends off of the defense. Because if everybody knows that we're just like anything could happen, because we're just like the misfits, the underdogs, we're just like the malosos, and then even all the media can talk about everything about bullshit about us. So we don't care about it. We don't care, because we are the Raider Nation, because we belong at the worldwide nation, because this is like the worldwide team. Worldwide team. We had the biggest fan around for the world. No matter if you live in the United States, Panama, United Kingdom, Mexico, all around the world. People they're always talking about for Dallas Cowboys, fuck the Dallas Cowboys, because they're not the American team. Because all I hear are the skills that say, oh, with them boys, this is our year. But how many Super Bowls they just won the Super Bowl? How many years they just won the Super Bowl since 1994, the Dallas Cowboys? Let me think about it. Because even know that the Raider Nation is untouchable, I can tell it about it. Do not fuck with the Raider Nation, because we are unbeatable. We are untouchable. And we have a great defense. We have a great fan base. Who can stop us? No one.
Real. Yeah, that's real. I mean, as far as this right here, we getting to talk our talk now. I mean, we have the team, it seems like, to do it finally. And now it seems as though that the team is in the right direction. We as fans can feel a little better about the team and feel a little better about where they're going. I do feel like in certain instances we got to be a little more smart, especially us as content creators, or if you whatever the case, we got to be more smart in how we represent the team, regardless in whatever nature and aspect that is. Got to be more smart on who you associate yourself with as well when you talk about the nation, because not everybody got the best interest. But what I will say is that when it comes to real nation, when it comes to real Raider fans, when it comes to real Raider family, We all know what time it is, man. When it comes to this season and when it comes to finally looking at progress, right? I mean, I've been preaching it for the longest because I feel like I'm the youngest dude all the time. Every time I'm talking to my guys, but it's like I ain't seen too much success as of lately. I'm tired of that shit. You know what I mean? So at this point, if I was on the field and could do something about it, you bet your ass I would be on the field and do something about it. But all we can do, right, as content creators, I feel, is spread at least some positivity and spread the truth at the same time. We don't have to agree with everything that the team does. We don't have to like everything that they do, but understand we just want what's best and we just want to see them win. That's it. You know what I mean? That's all we want to do. So we just trying to spread the love. And at the same time, when we do win and when we do end up stomping out other teams, right? That's when we gonna put our middle fingers high, smoke our shit. And at that point, right, I don't want to hear anybody's lips flapping about anything at that point. For as much as Raider fans done been through, once we start winning, the shit that we talk is going to be very warranted. So yeah, I feel like it's going to start this year, and I'm excited.
Definitely, definitely. And about for the phrase right now to say, let's smoke our shit, let's talk our shit, that's the right way. So that was the phrase that Antonio Pierce, they just want to build a franchise of leader of men. Because right now, it all depends for the defense, win championship. It all depends at all. Because there's no other options. There's no other options. This is not the Patriots way. It's the Raiders way, and the culture is still tainted. Because if you see all through the history of the organization, through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, if you see some greatness like Al Davis, John Maiden, also there is Jim Plunkett, the original Jim Otto, but also we just see a lot of greatness in the 2000 between Sebastian Jagnovich, also they just got Charles Woodson, also, we have a great history of culture impact, and we have a trailblazing athletes that make a great generation in the Raiders' history. There's nothing to compare about it. I mean, if you see Charles Woodson, if you see like Sebastian Janovich, and of course the greatness about for during 3 years of the Raiders defense during from 2000, 2001, 2002. I mean, this is about greatness and trailblazing who changed the whole history of the organization. And at some points right now, they say, oh, there's another team who will get greatness. But as a matter of fact, this team, which is the Raider Nation, who builds along with John Maiden and Al Davis, this is a team with equality, inclusion, tradition, culture, loyalty, hustle, respect, all about that because this is the organization that it really impact that really changed the culture of the football for a long year. And right now we're gonna celebrate the season number 65 because they just created at 1960. And right now they just came along from Oakland. Then he moved out to Los Angeles. Right now they came back to Oakland, and right now they're in Las Vegas. It's very important to understand about for the history of this organization because there's some like rookies, there are some veterans who really understand for the history of this organization. I mean, what can I tell you about it? We have the greatest team on the planet.
Yep, we do. I mean, the colors are recognizable everywhere. The shield is replicated everywhere. You know what I mean? And at this point, I don't want to hear nobody. I tell everybody, man, there's a reason the NFL logo look like a shield, right? There's a little reason. At the end of the day, bro, there's only one shield, bro. Because when the nation is on and when the Raiders are on, that's the number one team. That's the number one whatever, bro. That's the number one. You can wear the colors everywhere. You can do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? The gear is always swaggy no matter whatever you wear. You know what I mean? So mark my words. Once we start winning, there's going to be a whole bunch of bandwagons and they're going to look clownish because we definitely know who was with us when we was losing. So having a whole bunch of new fans is going to be funny. But at the end of the day, man, still, I think that this team is definitely changing the culture. We have finally found that identity, I believe. Now it's just time to go prove it and cement it now.
I agree 100%. And I really understood because I was feeling like because what I would just start as a content creator in July of 2021, and I have no clue about for the football. But then when I just started to like watching the Raiders, learning about the history and their organization, I really thought this could be like a great move because this is one of those teams that we need to see greatness. Because
Yep.
forget about for all these like those bad moments right now. Let's just celebrate those moments who trailblazing all for the good things. Because during for impact and the legacy we just have for this team, I mean, there's nothing to compare. There's nothing to can raise. And I will tell you for this one, there's 31 teams at the NFL, but there is only one nation. Only motherfucking nation, and that's the Raiders. The baddest motherfucking team on the planet.
Like, it don't even sound right when other teams even say that. Like, Chiefs Nation, Steelers Nation. Like, that shit sounds stupid. Stop saying that. Other teams got to stop saying that, bro. It don't even sound right. So understand, y'all got your own little shit, right? Tighten up, or whatever the Titans say, or whatever you stay over there in Pittsburgh, or whatever the hell they even say over there for the Chargers. I don't even. What is that? Bolt up? What type of shit is that? That's what I'm saying, right? Let's ride. Bolt up. I don't even know what the hell Chiefs fans say. So at that point, all the nation shit, like, that doesn't make any sense for other teams to be saying that. It always sounds stupid when they say it. So it's only one nation, like you said, it's Raider Nation.
Yep, it is right. And right now, I just wanted to tell you, thank you very much, Raider Rundown, to having us for this amazing episode of Straight Outta Nation. So right now, where can we find us on the social media? Because right now you have a show with the Raiders Syndicate along with Protect the Shield, Turf H. The Linus is gonna be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time every Sunday, talking about for the Raiders. So where can we find you to see your content, Raider Rundown?
So, man, for my people in here, I see most of my people's already in here in the chat. So salute to y'all. Make sure y'all tune in 20 minutes. Y'all know what time it is, man. 7:30 sharp on the Eastern time, man. We about to go ahead with the syndicate. Get it cracking today. It's going to be real spicy. All right. We even damn near got 5 people on, right? Chris didn't want to do it, but we forced him. So at this point, we on, man. So today going to be a real spicy one. Man, shout out to my Syndicate brothers in the chat. You see the shirt, man. Hold on. I gotta turn around so everybody can see.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Down,
the
man.
Raiders Syndicate. There you go.
You already know what time it is, man. Make sure y'all hop in that live chat for your boy, man. Appreciate everybody. But at the end of the day, man, can't wait to see y'all over there, man. I appreciate my dog Rafa for, man, having me join on the show, man. I appreciate you, man. Feeling blessed.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's always much love, respect, and blessings. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Capitan Rafucho on their way to 2K subscribers, because right now I'm 1K subscribers. So thank you very much. And of course, don't forget to ring the bell for notifications about for the next live streams, videos, and more. And thank you very much to support for the chat right now. I just see Cool Cat, Protect the Shield, Chris for Raiders, Leo. Thanks for much love. And of course, thank you very much. Have a blessed Sunday. And of course, thank you very much for having us on this episode of Straight Outta Nation. 100% Raiders, no Chargers, no Chiefs, no Broncos, just Raiders, baby. And we are out of here. Peace.